Alright, it's another day in the arena. This is SMFG, and just to congratulate myself for getting into Diamond as quickly as I did, I decided to make a deck that's been rolling around in my brain, and I just haven't had a chance to put together. So, haven't quite seen anything exactly like it, but I've seen some things that gave me some ideas, I guess I could say. So at the base of it, we kind of have a go wide elf build. So Elvish War Master is the main engine there, and then we have Wildborn Preserver, because every time a creature comes out from Elvish War Master, every time an elf hits the board, the first time, each turn, boom, I get a 1/1 green elf warrior. So that could be used to continually pump up my Wildborn Preserver. So of course I have some cheap elves too. Duskwielder, Tajru, Blightblade, which is also great for just, having some poison there, having some life here. And in place of having a ton of mana, because this is going to be a Lurrus build, I decided to do Malakir Rebirth. So it still technically has 24 mana, but 4 of my black mana sources are Malakir Rebirth, and then 4 of my green sources are Vastwood Fortification. Just cheap spells that could get me some goods. Can protect the Lurrus here, protect one of my Elvish War Masters or something important, right, in the form of Malakir. Or, pump up something a little bit further with the Vastwood Fortification. Shadow Spear, for once I have something pumped, or I've gone wide, maybe a little bit more lifelink, and, if it's a single creature pump, like Wildborn Preserver or something like that, definitely having some Shadow Spear in the game to get them through, get that lifelink, plus reach is great too, right, from the Wildborn Preserver. Ozolith, because if I'm putting counters on my Wildborn Preserver, or if I'm putting counters onto my Stonecoil Serpent, and then they die, it would be nice to be able to put them someplace else. Or if I'm recasting my Wildborn Preserver back out, or recasting my Stonecoil Serpent back out for 2, which is what you're limited to with Lurrus, then I can easily put those counters back onto them, put the Shadow Spear back onto them, it's back to game on, right? So, I don't know if I ever showed you guys my Life Sack Repeat. I think it's just like one of those decks I alluded to, that I said I really wanted to rebuild for this season, and that's kind of what got me thinking along those lines. The only white mana card other than Lurrus is Maul of Skyclaves. It's also my only permanent that's over 2 cost, other than Lurrus, that's in the deck. And if you don't know Maul of Skyclaves, here, I'll give it to you straight. Maul of Skyclaves enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and first strike. So, once again, it's giving me more advantage to these larger creatures that I can pump up. It's giving me a way to go over the top or deliver that damage before opponent can deliver their damage upon me. And then the whole idea of repeat, being this Lurrus engine here. During each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So I could be recasting Skemphars, I can be recasting my Elvish War Master, I can be recasting my Wildborn Preservers, my Ozoliths, my Shadow Spears, you name it, except for the Malakir, the Vastwood Fortification, and the Maul Skyclaves, and my mana, obviously. yeah, it can be recast. So, yeah, I mean, that's the basic idea of the deck so far. I haven't really. This is, you guys are seeing the first time I've ever played it. And once again, this is just kind of my reward to myself for getting through all the drama, making it through to Diamond. So enough said. Let's go play, huh? And there's no way I'm getting tilted in this video because I have no expectations from this deck. It's a blank slate. There can be no negative repercussions. Just want to test it out, really. See what it's capable of. Typically you wouldn't keep that, but hey, hey, hey. Sure, I mean, it's 16 mana Luris. But really it's 24. And I'm in no rush to get my white, but I would like my black so that we can start protecting our elves, or at least replenishing our elves if they somehow knock them off the board. And yeah, now the plan is pretty much just go wide, and it's rogues. Well, I've never tested this deck out against any other deck, so, I mean, rogues running Evolving Wilds, they are really, really, really desperate for them land drops. Yeah. I think we dropped the other War Master. I mean, basically, it's just how much damage can I get into their face before they mill me. And it might not be rogues. It might be Ruin Crab and Teferi and just a huge draw mill engine, right? I don't know. Oh, well, there's a black source. Wow. 9 cards? Is that 9 cards in graveyard now? Yeah, 10, 11. Cool. Woo! Third of my deck is gone. And I'm still here. Got that white mana source finally. That's kind of cool. I can dig it. Can opponent dig this? I don't know. I think now I do the Skemfar, right? Done. Pump out a bunch more of those guys. Attack with everybody, because why not? I have another Elvish War Master, and if he wants to trade for one of my Elvish War Masters, Skemfar will allow me to draw a card. We don't call this repeat for nothing, right? Oh, wow. Didn't even want to play the repeat. So now, not only are we thinking about going wide, which is a must, but we need to start going over the top. Because, I mean, I'm going to be out of cards here real quick. So, we need to get something big and pumped up and then get it up over the top. So, I'm thinking Wildborn Preserver. Pump it to here. Sorry, I don't know why I did it on the second one. All attack again. All must attack at all times, pretty much. Because at this point, I'm just hoping to go over the top with the Wildborn Preserver and not get it just decimated or get my Maul of the Skyclave countered or something, you know, because there are those drown and locks and things like that. So, well, they're finally getting serious about blocking some of this damage to face. I got my Luris, so a lot less problems in my world. Down to what? 15 cards? 14 cards. 11. I mean, okay. We gotta be careful how we tap this for mana. Because if they go to bounce my Wildborn Preserver or destroy it, I'm Malacuring it. If they go to counter the Maul of Skyclaves, there's not a whole lot I can do. I can drop my Tajuru just to get more elves onto the board. But I don't know if opponent is just trying to figure out if they're dead on board here or what they're trying to calculate or figure out there. So now we're safe from the Drown and Lock. Drown and Lock can't do much. I can buy him another turn to mill me, I guess, is what it would be able to do. What is this? Tap target creature. Its controller mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap. During its controller's next untap step, draw a card. Okay, so it's not going to kill me. It's just going to tap me for the next 2 turns, mill me, and draw them a card. So that kind of sucks. Makes me wish I would have saved that green, right? Oh well. 5 to face. Okay. Are they going to get my last 8 cards before I can do this 7 damage? I don't know, maybe. This is going to suck. If your opponent, I guess, it's going to suck. I don't really get any advantage out of it. Other than keeping my War Master around a little bit longer. So yeah, do we break the bad news? Nah, not yet. I guess there's no harm in taking action. I'm not going to do anything else with the mana. I like that it's still asking me even though I'm completely tapped for mana. It's mighty nice of the game. They've either got it here or they don't, right? I mean, because next turn is devastation, no matter what they're putting up blocker-wise. Can they mill through 7 cards? Well, they didn't Into the Story, so best they can do is 5 now, right? That's attacking with the Soaring Thought Thief, which would be insane, because that's their only way of blocking the Wildborn Preserver, but blocking the Wildborn Preserver won't save them, right? And then they play 1 mana. Oh, you know what they could do? Yeah, that's it right there. Evolving Wilds, or they could have played a normal land and then a what was that rogue that gets Death Touch once there's 8 in there? Why is it eluding me? It's the 1-cost rogue. Gosh, the name's eluding me. Not so bad for a first go. I mean, it was a win for rogues, but I wouldn't call it an easy win for rogues. I mean, as far as first decks to go up against in the diamond ranking, you know, pretty interesting. Rogues is still kicking around there. Yeah. Sure. Once again, I mean, these Vastwood fortifications are kind of saving the day. But I think that was the idea, was to make it so I could have the mana if it tried to screw me out of it, but then I could have the choice of using them as spells if it tried to flood me, because I'm running 24 mana on a 1.5 average mana cost, right? So it's just strategizing on my part, I guess. I'm going to hold these guys back. There's no way to get that turn 2 Elvish War Master out, unfortunately. An opponent decides to strike me 2 to the face, and then turn 3, well, Bone Crusher, right? Sure. That's how that works. It's nice. Up against a little bit of Is It, huh? Which is it? I don't know. Sure do feel useless now. Oh, it's that, is it? It's the giant, is it? I mean, because pretty much almost all the is-its use Bone Crusher Giant. Nice. They're just Wow, okay. I don't know. Do they not see the death touch? Do they just want the death touch off because they think that's my only death touch? I don't know. I don't know. If I could give you that answer, I would have. Yeah. And if they kill this Stone Coil Serpent, that's okay, because that will make me feel a lot better about casting out, like, a Luris, especially if they spend all their mana here. I've been trying to hold it back till I get another black source, just so I can protect it with the dust. Never mind. It's not even the card I thought it was. Oh, wow. So they want to trade gold span. Oh, no. 6 damage to me. Okay. Wow. So what do you do here? I think you do this. So I guess if they hit me for 4 again, hopefully I can at least gain 7 life. Oh, wow, they're going to hit me for 8. But, I mean, if I can gain some life back here, I mean, it will be the equivalent of hitting me for... Oh, well, never mind. -1. I know count life. Didn't even know what my life total was at. Alright, so we'll give her one more go. Definitely not a case study in Magic. Perfect gaming here. But like I said, this is literally no tweaks, no nothing. I just got done building it. I'll typically run it through, about 10 matches before I even think about making an adjustment, because you can catch a deck on a big upswing or a big downswing. You don't know. You don't know. So we'll give her another match here. I think we got enough time for about one more match. Definitely isn't the deck that got me here, guys. I showed you those 3. Those 3 decks are the decks that got me here. If you don't know what 3 decks I'm talking about, just go look at my last 3 videos. Alright, let's take a look here. Yeah, nothing to cry about. I mean, it's pretty decent. If I can keep my Elvish War Master alive till I can get my Skemfar down, I'll feel a lot better about things. So, this is mono green beastie action, huh? Sure what it looks like to me. I mean, knowing that, am I going to play it out any different? Probably not. Oh, never mind. It's going to be Gruul. Okay, so now we get to decide which one is it. Which one of the Gruuls are you? I do not know, my friend. Yeah, that's a pass. That's a hard pass. Could not get it to survive to turn 3. That's okay. That's what Luris is for the later game. Now we just drop some Death Touch. Drop our Skemfar. So at least if they force us into a trade, we're gonna at least get a little bit of card draw out of it. Remember, this guy with 2 thumbs likes card draw. Yep, here comes the Lovestruck Beast, so of course they'll want to trade. They don't even care about the card draw, because they just got the card draw from the edge wall. Oh, I guess they don't want to trade. That was my misassumption, I guess. Sorry, there's just not a lot going on here. I don't know what to really narrate. There's not a whole lot going on. We'll see what's happening. Oh, another Bone Crusher. Okay. Got my Skyclave. Oh, and you're gonna pump your Scavenging Ooze. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Wow. Nope, not playing that game. I'd rather do something like such. So yeah, I mean, they can still come in. They can still come in, but they're gonna have to take some damage. Oh, and now they don't even care. They don't care. They'll trade one of these Lovestruck Beasts just to get all the damage in. That's game. Yeah, that's game. Well, like I said, I don't math well. Is it still too... I don't know. I don't think I have the colors right. I don't know. I mean, you lose 3 in a row right out the gate. It makes you wonder if there's something you gotta do with the deck, but... there could definitely still be some tinkering done with it. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, this was my attempt at a rebuild. Obviously, it's going to have to go through a few more iterations before it's up to snuff for Diamond. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe you can tinker around with it. Make your own take on it. Play around with it. See if you can get something better out of it. I know I'm going to tinker around with it. Until then, hopefully you did the same thing I did. Hopefully you just crafted the 3 decks I showed you, right? MTG Jeff, Elf Ramp, Tybalt and Friends, and Hello Good Games Goddess of Rage. And I did exactly like I said I would do. You know, feels like, the matchmaker's figuring out one, you switch to another, and so on and so forth. Just bouncing back and forth between these three decks. Didn't get too bad, you know. Got tilted a little bit along the way, but it's kind of hard not to. I ended up playing, like, I don't know how many hundreds of games in the last, 3 days. But I was going to do it anyways. I had the right decks. Might as well get into Diamond, and who knows? I'll probably screw around in here for quite a while and have some fun. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's some builds here you guys haven't even seen yet, obviously. But those are for another day, so thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I just beg you guys, I am a new content creator. If you find me at all likable, enjoyable, relatable, please share me with your friends by hitting that like button. I would really appreciate more subscribers. I have one. It's my buddy Dave, so thank you, Dave, if you're watching this. And then also, if you want to stay up to date, get the latest and greatest when it's hot off the presses, go ahead and hit that bell icon as well. Until then, I will see you in the next video.